This has been a dev talk, James, that I have wanted to do for a very long time. In fact, I think we as a studio have found it hard to keep our mouths shut about what we're talking about today. We've been so excited. It really feels like the dawn of a new era of Flesh and Blood. I am, of course, talking about Silver Age. I know the whole community is talking about Silver Age. We're thrilled to talk about it. First off, what is Silver Age and what was the genesis of this new era of Flesh and Blood?
You're absolutely right. This is a huge moment in the history of the game. Um, Silver Age is this fast, fun, affordable way to play Flesh and Blood. I see it as this beautiful opportunity to welcome the next wave of new players into the community. Um, you get competitive ready decks straight out of the box for $20.
Oh, you're so far ahead, James. You've gone so far beyond what I wanted to talk about yet, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm excited about this too.
We'll
We'll
get
tell
there.
you all about this.
But the genesis,
Yes, the start
genesis of this
of Silver
format,
Age.
it is Blitz. To be honest, it is Blitz, and it was this quest to solve what Blitz Eternal could be. Like we really want fans to have utility of their collection, including all of those iconic heroes that the fans come to love over the years. And with the Living Legend model, they ascend the Icelanders and the Chains and the Kasai's, from the Blitz format who have ascended to Living Legend and start gathering dust in your collection. And we want fans to be able to play with their favorite heroes from across the ages. So we went on this quest to try and create Blitz Eternal, and it went through
A long quest.
many iterations and shapes and forms. Little Legends was one that comes to mind, and maybe you can speak to some of these in a moment. But we eventually settled on Silver Age, and I'm so pleased that we got there because it brings back all of these iconic heroes, but it also does it in a way which opens up accessibility to Flesh and Blood for a whole new generation of players to join the game.
Yeah, it really was the accessibility thing that drove us down this path. You mentioned Little Legends. It was actually a singleton Blitz format, and we made a whole new ban list around it. And it was good. We really did enjoy it. It was solid, but it just wasn't quite there. It was like 80% of the way there. And then there's this other piece we really wanted to get working. For a long time, the early days of Flesh and Blood, Blitz was serving as this on-ramp. And it was the way you found the game, the way you started playing. But it sort of started failing at that somewhere along the line. It got a little too fast, a little too powerful. Games just weren't really blossoming and showing off Flesh and Blood the way we knew it could be showed off by a young hero format, by a fast, fun, and affordable format. And now with Silver Age, I mean, there's so many things about this format that I am excited about. The accessibility is very high up there, but to me, the opportunity to just go back into my collection. You and I have talked about deck building in Silver Age. Tell me about some of the opportunities you think are really going to arise now that we're limited to just commons and rares, of course.
I love the process of creation. In my years as a TCG player, just building decks was probably the thing that I enjoyed the most. And of course, getting to play the game and see the world once you built those decks. But just going into the tank and brewing and crafting and getting innovative, I just got so much satisfaction from that. And one of the things that really excites me about Silver Age is that in the absence of the legendaries and the majestics, it allows a whole new swathe of your collection to shine. Sometimes there might be a rare card that you just like that card, whether it's the look or the feel of it, the art, the name, it just has some meaning to you, or it's just a very mechanically interesting card, but it isn't quite good enough to break through in Classic Constructed because there's just a majestic that does what it does slightly better. And Silver Age just opens up this whole new part of your collection to start exploring. And I think that the deck builders out there are really going to enjoy that.
Yeah. Personally, I can't wait to ice out my Silver Age decks. I'm looking for those fabled young heroes. I'm going all foil. I always have to just take it to that next level. But I'm excited to look for new cards.
Yeah.
And I'm a big collector. I have so many
Yeah,
Flesh and Blood cards, as my wife reminds me all the time. Like I never stop hearing about it. But I truly love all of them, and just getting more use out of them,
yeah,
because there are cards that can only be
yeah,
played in the Silver Age format,
yeah,
and finally getting to
yeah.
dust off some of these cool foils I've
Pl-
accumulated.
Plenty of opportunity to bling out decks, even though it is at that common and rare level. There's so many marvels and cold foils and special treatments that are available at for cards that sit in those bands. So plenty of opportunity to express your creativity and
Yep.
personalization and in other ways as well.
Yeah, that's what I love about our game, and it presents those ample opportunities, and you really get to bond with your hero. But let's talk about that entry point, and you already alluded to it, James. We're bringing out a very special product along with Silver Age. We are bringing to the table 10 Silver Age pre-constructed decks. Tell us a little bit about the Silver Age pre-constructed
Yeah,
decks.
these aren't just pre-con decks that our fans may be used to from from the armory decks or blitz decks of the past. These are carefully curated competitive decks straight out of the box.
No punches pulled. These are
No
designed to head to a calling, head to the Pro Tour, and compete.
and you could win. You
Yep.
could win one of these competitive professional events with a deck straight out of the box. They have been built and refined and honed to win tournaments for $20.
Yeah.
For $20.
And a bonus coming alongside
Yeah.
those decks as well. A booster pack of set 18.
Pen. You
Yeah,
heard it
okay.
here first. Pen.
We got
Yep.
them
Pen.
every now and then.
Yeah. That is the 3-letter code. It's not the name of the set, but it's your 3-letter code is pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pen going to be super important for Silver Age. We shaped Pen in contemplation of Silver Age. And to us, the moment when Pen arrives, it's kind of when Silver Age blooms and becomes the format we have always been looking to produce. In fact, the new updated Silver Age ban list, which is going live today, I believe, is very much in contemplation of the format once Pen enters. So maybe there's a few things that don't quite make sense yet. They'll get there. We tested this format thoroughly. We have a really nice starting point, and it all starts and kicks off with Pen.
Yeah. It's a very special set. Yeah, as you mentioned during the intro, we've been working on Silver Age or Project Blue, as many of you know from its early iteration for quite some time, and I'm really pleased, really proud of the team how we have had that foresight to move towards this goal and integrated it into our design and development processes. Spanning, it's coming on a year that this has been in the pipeline. Well, certainly by the time it releases, it would have been well over a year.
Oh yeah.
And Pen is a very special set in just holistically. It's a fantastic set. I think it's going to be one of our all-timers. But the fact that it really supports Silver Age during this launch period. There's a big investment, big commitment to Silver Age as a format that will run across all of our OP programs, and the fact that this booster set that is releasing just is so geared towards optimizing Silver Age as a format experience. Just like one such example is just the quantity of new equipment that is in Pen at the rare level. So many heroes get these new loadouts. It adds so much new optionality to the kit that you can bring to the table at the Silver Age format level. So when you sit here and you say like the format really comes into its own with Pen, it really does. Like your subs just completely change upon the release of Pen, and that alone is a game changer.
Yeah, absolute reset. I know now everyone is dying to participate. Of course, there are early access events going on for Silver Age. I believe a bunch of battle hardens going on around the world. One in Hong Kong, one in Seattle, and I believe Valencia is the other one. Yeah, so 3 early access events. You get a chance to get a look. But first chance to get a look at Pen and Silver Age, including Pen, is going to be at our world premiere, which is in
London,
Very nice.
one of my favorite places.
Looking
Yeah,
forward to heading back to London. We had a
yeah,
great time when we were there for
we
the
sure
pro
did.
tour. Wonderful host
Yeah,
there in London.
yeah,
And yeah, it's going to be an awesome event.
yeah.
And I know you want so much more information. There is so much more information, but that's it for today. We're going to talk more all about Penn. We're going to talk more about Silver Age when we get to the keynote at Worlds in Philadelphia. I'll be there delivering that, telling you all about what's coming down the pipeline. Anything else you want to say about Silver Age before we wrap up, James?
Get to the world premiere. Get to your local game store. Get involved with the huge OP program that we have coming through to support its rollout.
What did you
And
say? $20 ticket to the $2 million Pro Tour before? Is that what you said?
yeah, the $20 ticket to the $2 million world tour.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to get everyone up to speed with what that means at the keynote. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
yeah, and just for everyone out there, be great ambassadors or welcoming that next new player into the community, and like lean into these Silver Age decks as maybe your go-to tool to bring on your friends and your fellow TCG fans out there and show them flesh and blood for the first time with these incredible Silver Age pre-constructed decks.
Yep. Going to be a lot of
That's the
people
way.
hopping on board for sure. Can't
Yep.
wait to see you all down at the local game store.